Close your eyes with me, start imagining a world full of love. We can change the stars with our hands and hearts, make them shine on us. But no, don't worry, darling, they won't stop staring, but soon they'll be caring. Come from near and far with their hands and hearts, 'cause it's time to stand up. Oh, the world is changing, and all I'm saying is we gotta believe. I'm a drop of water, but you know together we're the ocean deep. The time is always right to open up your eyes and be the flickering flame. We can light the corners, shine through all the borders. Deep down we are the same. But no, don't worry, darling, they won't stop staring, but soon they'll be caring. Oh, the world is changing, and all I'm saying is we gotta believe. I'm a drop of water, but you know together we're the ocean deep.
Thanks, ladies. Now that is how you start a show. You are amazing and beautiful in every way. Good evening, everyone. It is wonderful to be back for this year's New England Women's Leadership Awards. NEWLA definitely looks different this year, but it's no less meaningful. We are together virtually tonight, and being together is what's most important. Those of you here tonight know what your support means to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester. This is my 15th year taking part in NEWLA. I look forward to it every year, not just because of the incredible women we honor and the special girls we meet and the programs we support, but because every year I am inspired by what we can do together, our collective power to lift up our young people. We're not in the same room tonight, and I miss that, but the spirit of this event is as powerful as ever, maybe even stronger. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester is a beacon of hope and an incredible resource for the community and the families it serves. We're here tonight to celebrate and to be inspired, and we're also here to support the clubs. For more than 45 years, the clubs have been a place where hope and opportunity go hand in hand, and that can't change. As the community begins to reopen, the boys and girls and their families are facing huge challenges. They need the club now more than ever so that parents can go back to work and the kids can have a place to play and laugh and learn and heal. Your support will help us continue to provide safe spaces staffed by dedicated and caring people with programs that are enriching and fun, that instill confidence and build resiliency. Now, we have instructions for a text to give using the keyword NULA or a link directly to the giving page below. So please give what you can, and thank you in advance for your generosity. Tonight, we have an amazing show for you. We'll welcome President and CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester, Bob Scannell, and Vice President of Education, Mary Scannell. Bob and Mary have together dedicated more than 65 years combined to helping and serving families. They lead by example with a quiet grace and a humility to meet the needs of others. And so often they're doing it behind the scenes, whether they're delivering diapers and formula or meals, seeking resources for mental health and domestic violence prevention, or just being a shoulder to lean on. Bob and Mary are there. We're also honored to welcome event chair Nancy Friedman. Nancy and her husband Dick are tonight's presenting sponsor. They are incredibly generous people and friends. They are always working to improve the lives of other people. And Nancy, thank you so much for your leadership as the chair of tonight's event. And tonight, we'll hear from club member Mayani, who I know will inspire you with her personal story of strength and courage. She's amazing. We have a special visit tonight from Mayor Marty Walsh. He's always with us at NULA, and we appreciate it, especially this year when he's been working so hard leading the city during the pandemic, keeping people safe, and pledging to make Boston a model for inclusion and anti-racism. We'll present Julie Frades with this year's Circle of Giving Award. Julie embodies grace in the face of challenge. Julie and her late husband Pete helped raise more than $100 million for ALS research. Now, Pete, we know, lost his battle with the disease last year, but his spirit and Julie's energy continue to fuel the effort to find a cure. Julie is also a strong, powerful role model for their daughter, Lucy. Julie's going to be joining me later in the show. And as if all of that is not enough, you will be enthralled by Jane Richards' performance. Now, if you've seen Jane sing, you know how talented she is. And tonight, she will perform a beautiful rendition of one of my favorite songs, Rise Up. And we'll close the show with a very special guest, a dedicated performance from Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter Carole King.
Hello! I'm so happy I can join you tonight for NULA's virtual fundraising event.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester know how to throw a party. And after Carole's performance, we hope you'll join our special Zoom cocktail reception to network with past NULA honorees and special guests. So we have that to look forward to tonight as well. Throughout the show tonight, we're going to be recognizing the generous sponsors who have made this event possible and who have had such a wonderful impact on the clubs. Thanks to all of you. Together, we can do whatever it takes for the families, and we can have a lot of fun. We have a special contest with some awesome prizes while you're attending NULA. Simply take a picture of your NULA watch party or take a picture of yourself dressed up in your NULA best and tag at BGC Dorchester with the hashtag NULA at home. The person with the best setup is going to win a very special prize. Winners will be announced after the event on the club's social media pages. Make sure that you take part and then check in for the winner, see who that is. We have a lot to celebrate tonight. Please make sure to share the event and encourage others to join us. Tag BGCD on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook with the hashtag NULA 2020. It is my pleasure now to welcome Bob and Mary Scannell.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us here tonight. I can promise you that tonight's event will inspire you and lift your spirits. It's really my favorite event of the year, and we appreciate that you're here tonight as we celebrate women. We celebrate the women in our families, the women in our friend groups, the women we work alongside, the women on the front lines, the moms who have become teachers the past few months, the women of our past, the women of now, and the inspiring girls from Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester who will help us shape the future.
And I'd like to send a quick shout out to the amazing staff of Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester. When the pandemic hit, they pivoted so quickly, starting up food programs, making deliveries, creating world-class virtual programming for our children and families, and finding ways to help club members remain connected, build skills, and feel supported. We were able to respond in a very meaningful way, but we could not do this without all of you, our amazing supporters, who enable us to get this work done.
For 45 years, we have remained focused on the families who, without Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester, might not have access to engaging and enriching activities.
We're excited about reopening, and we'll work in whatever way we must to get things done. And when this crisis passes, our staff and programs will be even more important to helping kids and families get back on their feet, restoring a sense of safety, and rebuilding their lives. For kids, the club will provide that feeling of safety that has been lost as they faced overwhelming uncertainty. But we know that we can build on their resiliency. We know these kids are stronger than we could ever imagine. Even when there was no school, no groceries, and no daily routine, we saw how they rose above those challenges. We would sign on to Zoom and see their smiles and hear their laughter. In a world where everything felt canceled, these kids showed us how hope and inspiration remain open.
Yes, and I miss the kids so much. I must admit, I have been feeling depleted. I think for the past 32 years, I've always had them in the building and their energy to draw from. And now when I'm at the club and I sit alone in my office, it just feels so cold. And I miss their innocent ways, their funny remarks, their sweet voices, their hugs. And I look forward to the upcoming days when they'll be back, laughing and playing, breathing life into the club. And I can't wait to see our teens, let them know that we're a safe space for them to hang out in and be in. And there's people here to talk to, people who care, and people who can help them. And we worry about all the kids, but we know and we take comfort in knowing that thanks to friends like you, we are always trying to make things better, brighter, and happier for them.
You're so right, Mary. It's all about the kids, and boy, do we miss them. Your support will help us ensure that our comeback, which is right around the corner, will be stronger than the setback. We will be able to maintain and grow programs that provide joy, enrichment, and consistency. We care so much about our kids and our community. Dorchester is a vibrant community with amazing families, and we're there to support all their needs. So we look forward to the kids coming back. And with that, I'm happy to hand things over to the NULA chair, our very good friend, Nancy Friedman.
Thank you, Bob and Mary, for your leadership, and thank you all so much for joining us tonight for the 27th New England Women's Leadership Awards, virtual style. The first week in March, we came together for the kickoff breakfast, which now seems like forever ago. The event we planned may look different, but just as special in meaning. I want to thank everyone who helped make this event special, including my beautiful and every way friend, Carole King, who you will be hearing in just a bit. I am humbled to be the chair of this year's NULA and proud to support an organization whose fundamental values are the essence of what is good in the world, and there is good. Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester's staff is the most dedicated group of individuals who care. They care if families are fed, that children are safe, and that they are protected and served, even through tough times. That has not changed. I want to thank Lisa for hosting tonight. Congratulations to Julie Frades on her Circle of Giving Award, and to the kids, and to all of you. Thank you so much for your support, and enjoy the show.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, we'll take it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. We will rise, and we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, rise like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
Hello everyone, Marty Walsh here. This event is about celebrating role models for our girls and young women and supporting the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester. Truly two things that go hand in hand. I am proud that we're able to make this event happen virtually this year and on 6/17 at 6:17 p.m. to represent the 617 area in Boston. Our young people need to see what success and resiliency looks like. Tonight you're going to hear from an incredible young woman named Miani. Her story is a Boston story. She comes from a hardworking family that has overcome a lot. She's full of promise and big dreams. And we need to make sure young people like her have mentorship and the supports and the opportunities that they deserve. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester help us do all of these things. And they need support as they can strive to make their own dreams come true. That's what we're doing here tonight, and that's what's happening inside the walls of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester. Thank you to everyone who's supporting this incredible organization. Supporting the club is an investment in our city's future. It's a great way to give back and lift up our young people. That's what we're working on every day in the city of Boston. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Sammy. I'm honored to introduce our keynote speaker. She is ambitious, courageous, and kind. She just graduated from Cathedral High School and will be attending Providence College in the fall. Please welcome one of my closest friends, Mayani Arujo.
Good evening, and thank you for watching tonight. When I was asked to be the keynote speaker, I have to be honest, I was excited and honored, but very scared. My first thoughts were, what can I talk about that is interesting to an audience filled with so many accomplished people? The staff simply told me, just tell your story, Mayani. We hear that a lot at the club. We are encouraged to tell our stories, not just for ourselves, but for others. Sharing our experience, even if we are young, connects us to each other. We realize that we are not alone. My story starts with my parents, Melissa and Emmanuel. They were two teenagers who fell in love and had a baby, me, of course. My name is a combination of their names, and I am a blending of both of them and what they have instilled in me. We get a lot of things from our parents. From my mom, I get my complexion and hair. I also get her feistiness, which can be sometimes labeled as an attitude. She is loyal and stubborn, and a very hard worker. My face is all my father. I have his eyes and smile. I also got his intellect and his work ethic. He was a straight-A student, and I'm proud to say, so am I. My family has shaped me in so many ways. Unfortunately, one of those ways was in a tragedy. My father was just 22 when he got into a car accident that killed his cousin, seriously injured his brother, and left him a quadriplegic. I was just 4 years old. He would never walk or talk again and needs round-the-clock care. And it is really all I have ever known. It has been my family's faith, strength, and endless love that has kept us together. It has also been the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester that has provided me with support, guidance, and strength. The staff truly cares about me, and I care about them. I have made friends who understand me and where I come from. My parents were immigrants from Cape Verde, and a lot of my friends can understand the struggle, the humble beginnings, and the bond of a family. The club has been a constant in my life, and I have realized how much I have been given ever since becoming a member. One of my only regrets is not becoming a member sooner. At the club, everyone finds their place. Everyone fits in. It doesn't matter where you go to school or where you live. Once you are part of the club, you are part of a family. And family looks out for each other. Right now, we are all looking out for each other. And even though we can't meet in person, we all know we have each other's back. The club has worked so hard to be sure they are connected to us. They have kept programs running, and they celebrate us whenever they can. I am now part of the staff here at the Boys and Girls Club. And my work there made me realize that I really want to become a teacher. As a graduating senior in the class of 2020, there are many unknowns. We did not get our graduation or prom. We weren't able to celebrate our accomplishments with big family parties. But we all know we can make a difference. Being here tonight, you can make a difference. And your support means so much to me and the thousands of kids here at the Boys and Girls Club. My story is just one of many at the club. I know my story will continue, and I will continue to do great things. The club will continue and influence the lives of kids across the city, and they will do great things. Each one of them will find magic within themselves. They will learn how to heal their pain. They will celebrate their successes, and they will give back to one another. Thank you for giving back, and thank you for your support here at the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester.
Congratulations, Julie, on your New England Women's Leadership Circle of Giving Award. You're joining a family of women who've received this honor for their generosity and determination. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting us tonight, and we're so excited to celebrate with you. When we talk about the values of NULA, you represent them all: courage, kindness, perseverance, just to name a few of them. The world got to know you and your family through Pete's ALS diagnosis, but people around the world really grew to love and respect you because of your dedication to the cause, raising money and awareness for ALS research, and your unwavering devotion to Pete. Nothing could have prepared you for that journey. Julie, your perseverance has been an inspiration. I'm curious, what does perseverance mean to you?
Perseverance, I think, is continuing to put one foot in front of the other in the face of adversity. I would be lying if I said there weren't many times along the way in Pete's illness where I thought I couldn't do it anymore. And watching my husband decline so rapidly, it was often hard to persevere. But putting one foot in front of the other and taking every day as it came as a new challenge, I think, is the definition of persevering.
What characteristics or personality traits of yours and Pete's do you see in your daughter?
She's extremely kind and sweet and gentle-hearted, which is Pete to a T. I like to joke that when I first started dating Pete, I couldn't believe how nice he was, and he's genuinely that good of a person. And she's so much that person. And I think she gets a little bit of my spunk and a little bit of her mother's sense of humor.
Yeah, she is a beautiful girl. When someone you love is in pain, how do you find the strength to give?
I think it's all about perspective. It was really important for Pete and I from the beginning of his diagnosis to help others who are on this journey with ALS as well. I think it was always important for us to remember that no matter how terrible the situation we were in, there was always somebody who needed more help. And that gave us some power, I think, in the situation that was a pretty powerless, disease. And so we were able to connect with other ALS patients who might need support or funding or just motivation to keep going. And I think that was truly what kept us going.
What would you say to girls, including young girls who are facing difficult times? Are there positives that can come from those challenges?
Absolutely. I strongly believe that overcoming life's obstacles will be what makes you stronger. The woman I am today is certainly very drastically shaped by my experience with Pete and taking care of someone who is so ill. I think a lot of people will say that this hardest times in their life have what made them grow the most. And I think truly there's so much to be said for overcoming adversity.
Sometimes you can't always see that in the moment. You don't realize it until later. What lesson about strength do you want Lucy to hold on to as she gets older?
I hope she knows that strength comes when you really need it the most. It's not necessarily something you know that you have, and that you'll never know how strong you are until you're really tested to be strong. And I hope she knows that strength doesn't mean you can't ask for help. I've relied on my closest friends and family and Pete's doctors and nurses throughout this journey because without them, I wouldn't have the strength.
She definitely has a great role model in you. Sometimes even when we want to be strong, we feel powerless. What would you tell young girls about the importance of being vulnerable and asking for help?
I think I can't really stress enough how much I've learned from the people that I've trusted over the last 10 years in Pete's illness. I truly would have never been able to persevere without my family and friends and the healthcare professionals who took care of Pete. It was truly a village of people, and they were the ones who lifted me up when I needed it the most and reminded me of the importance of what I was doing. And I think that's, the most you can really ask for in life is to have those people surrounding you.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester provide positive role models for girls. Were there role models in your life who made an impact on you?
Yes, certainly my mother and my grandmother and my aunts are a very smart and strong-willed group of women. And since a young age, I think I was instilled that I should know my own self-worth. And as young girls, I think it's easy to internalize that you're not as worthy. But having strong females and role models helped me believe in my own self-worth. And I've never doubted what I was capable of, and because of that, I'm a better woman.
And if you could impart one message to young women, what would it be?
Be unapologetically you. It's so important for girls to remain true to who they are, what they care about. It's up to you to decide what you want to be, not anyone else's idea for you. Remain strong in your self-worth, and you will persevere.
So true. Congratulations again, Julie. We're so glad to have you with us tonight. We're so grateful for your wisdom and all that you've done to advance ALS research and to give families hope. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us tonight.
You are strong.
You are adventurous.
You are adaptable.
You are perseverant.
You are intelligent.
You are disciplined, and you can achieve anything when you put your mind to it.
You are funny.
You are a good friend.
You are protective.
You are a great listener.
You are kind and compassionate.
You are empathetic.
You are loved and so important to those around you.
You are inspiring.
You are passionate.
You are a multitasker.
You are visionary and influence those around you with your big ideas.
You are incredible. Just the way you are.
You are going to overcome your biggest obstacle.
You are human. You will make mistakes. Embrace them.
You are capable of great things.
You are a leader and pave the way for greatness.
You are going to change the world someday.
You are precious.
You are worthy.
You are enough.
Matter.
You are beautiful.
You are the future. We are NULA.
As we conclude tonight's event, I'm sure you're all eager to hear from our very special guest, Carole King. In addition to her contributions as a beloved musician and performer, the amazing Ms. King is also a philanthropist who has aligned her contributions with her hopes for a better world. She is a force for good who lives her passion, a true role model, and we are honored that she is sharing her music with us tonight. We're all here to celebrate the incredible young women at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester, all the amazing women who are serving on the front lines in this pandemic, all the staff and community partners at the club who are working to find and provide essential resources, and all of you who have joined us tonight for this incredible event. Please share your experience tonight on your social media platforms. Don't forget to tag and post your NULA at home photos to receive a special prize. And once we end here, remember, we hope you can join us for the post-event cocktail party right after this show. And now, please welcome world-famous, Grammy Award-winning songwriter and performer, the beautiful, incredibly talented Carole King.
To the strong and powerful girls out there, and to all the women who support them, know that you are our future, and never doubt that you are beautiful. You got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. People gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, you're beautiful as you feel. Waiting at the station with a workday window glowing, I've got nothing to do but watch the passers-by. Frustration growing and they don't see it showing. Why do I? You got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. And people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, you're beautiful as you feel. I have often asked myself the reason for the sadness in a world where tears are just a lullaby. If there's any answer, maybe love can end the madness. Maybe not all, but we can only try. You got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You are beautiful as you feel. You're beautiful as you feel. We are now at the end of our evening. If you haven't already donated, please do it now. These girls and all the members of Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester need our support. If you can afford it, be generous.